From the company's viewpoint, one of the advantages of becoming private is controlling the narrative. You're not obligated to provide quarterly results to investors every quarter. It is not essential to project a good message, mainly if one does not exist. Restaurants may, in a sense, lock down the hatches and emerge only when there's something to offer. It's also simpler to operate and plan from a long-term perspective, since there aren't any daily spikes and drops. So, for today's video, let's uncover the rise and fall of Buffalo Wild Wings. But before we get into it, do me a favor and smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button for notifications whenever a new video is published. Buffalo Wild Wings downfall. Most restaurant operators like the fast-paced diners because they free up tables for new customers. Sally Smith, CEO of Buffalo Wild Wings, likes it when customers stay longer. Fans who remain for the whole football game will purchase more beer and wings than those who hurry through a 40-minute meal. However, Smith says, the chain's success is the secret, and plenty of customers have returned for seconds recently. Buffalo Wild Wings sales have increased by 147% in the last 4 years, reaching $1.52 billion in 2014, and its net income has grown at almost the same rate. Same-store sales, a widely monitored measure in the restaurant industry, have risen for 18 quarters in a row. There are currently 1,111 B-Dub sites, which is more than a decade's worth. Investors are rewarded as well. Over the last 5 years, the stock has risen about 360%, putting it on par with larger, more well-known businesses like Panera Bread, Starbucks, and Chipotle. The winning run isn't just due to sports fanaticism. As more Americans turn away from the processed meals and towards meat, diet trends have benefited the business. That's where we excel. We have protein, Smith declares. Of course, a lot of it is in the shape of wings, which may be a mixed blessing. According to research company Doherty & Co., wing-related items account for 20 to 25% of overall revenues, and a restaurant's reliance on a single menu item is problematic. Wing prices are similarly variable. They were 26% higher in the most recent quarter than a year before. Smith reportedly wrote to shareholders that Buffalo Wild Wings was suffering because of a rising proportion of millennials preferred to cook at home compared to older customers and earlier generations. They are also increasingly leaning towards convenience, fast casual, and quick service, and delivery instead of investing time and money in an eating set that focuses on the experience. The rise of Buffalo Wild Wings. It was no secret that Buffalo Wild Wings was late to the party. Quarter to quarter, the 1,200-plus unit brand was hindered by record wing pricing and decreasing guest occupancy. It attempted to sway customers towards boneless, creating smaller shops to boost growth possibilities and extend dormant delivery services to catch brief moments from visitors reluctant to spend hours in store. Meanwhile, Marcato, a hedge fund, was engaged in a nasty activist fight. Sally Smith, the company's long-serving CEO, announced her retirement in June 2017. Smith joined Buffalo Wild Wings in 1996 when the company had less than 100 locations, remained until the Inspire sale was completed, and then left on her terms. When we last heard from Buffalo Wild Wings, it predicted negative 1.6 to 1.7% same-store sales for fiscal 2017, with total revenues of $2.067 to $2.069 million, up from $2.026 million the year before. Net profits, including non-controlling interests, are expected to be between $70 to $72 million, up from the $64 million the previous year. Buffalo Wild Wings raised their overall store net count by 9 restaurants throughout the year, from 1,246 units on September 24, 2017. In other words, Buffalo Wild Wings' idea was once it all required in terms of creativity. The brand after that became stagnant as the sports bar sector became more competitive and saturated. Soon after the acquisition, Inspire CEO Paul Brown offered a less clear view on Buffalo Wild Wings' problem. Brown's reaction to the shift in consumer preferences and how it impacts Buffalo Wild Wings was simple. When the chain was at its finest, it wasn't competing with the conventional cast of casual dining competitors. Before we get into how Inspire made some of these promises a reality, there is one method to gain a glimpse of Buffalo Wild Wings' present status. Buffalo Wild Wings menu. Buffalo Wild Wings' menu concept, according to Brown, needed a significant boost. To put it simply, too much of its success was reliant on chicken wing pricing, which may be unpredictable. Take, for instance, DRH. Traditional wing expenses were for 28.5% of net sales in Q3. It was down 100 basis points from the previous year's highs. According to Mizuho Restaurant and Proteins analyst Jeremy Scott, the average price of wings was over $2 per pound in August, which was more than 60 cents per pound more than the rolling 10-year average. As a proportion of the total cost to sales, traditional wings rose for DRH from 19.5% to 20.7% in the third quarter. However, it was still a far distance from the 25.3% high seen in the previous year's third quarter. So, what's different now? Buffalo Wild Wings debuted a unique menu for the football season in August. The value-oriented menu included bratwurst, a cheeseburger and fries, specialty drinks, and 38-ounce domestic pitchers, all for $5. Burke claims that the menu was a success right away, increasing sales especially on weekends. Because customers were spending more time at their restaurants, the average check remained stable. It's a clever move for Buffalo Wild Wings and the unique experience element Brown referred to when dressed down. The value will usually drive traffic at the expense of a check. However, this is a casual dining trend. If Brown's vision gets off the ground, Buffalo Wild Wings will become a brand that transcends the casual dining discussion. In other words, it may utilize value to increase traffic while still seeing a higher check. The apparent explanation is that the people who come to Buffalo Wild Wings for game day aren't monitoring the clock as they would if they were going to see a movie. New design for interior and exterior. Buffalo Wild Wings gave a sneak peek at their restaurant of the future in December. The redesign wasn't just a facelift, it highlighted new customer experience aspects that weren't previously visible. The design returns Buffalo Wild Wings to its origins as a great American sports bar and offers customers a unique and immersive experience to hang out, watch games and make memories with friends, the company said. A new Buffalo Wild Wings logo above the entrance, surrounded by a yellow LED band, was added to the exterior. A glass door to the patio is located on the left side of the entrance doorway. A separate off-premises entry is also available. It includes a room intended to transform Buffalo Wild Wings' waiting area into a sports-themed club. It includes bleachers, so visitors may have a drink and watch a game whilst waiting. In a similar vein, the MVP room, which is only accessible to visitors 21 and above, has two 80-inch TVs, a third 60-inch TV, gaming consoles, and 6 self-pour beer faucets. The aim was to profit from the sports craze and create a small stadium atmosphere that would serve as brand differentiation. These commercials appear in characters in real-life situations, such as getting trapped at a PTA meeting, taking family pictures, or working late at the workplace. They eventually make their way to Buffalo Wild Wings. That's a lot brighter picture than Buffalo Wild Wings has had in a long time. What are your thoughts regarding its rise despite the failures encountered? What's your favourite food on the menu of Buffalo Wild Wings? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Before leaving, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications on our future content. With that being said, see you in the next one.